Hello everybody, this is Break the Silence here, and it's time to go ahead and get a little controversial over everything. This is the pilot episode to a brand new show on YouTube. Here at Break the Silence, we go ahead and we talk about everything that there is to talk about, especially the things that are controversial that no one really seems to want to ever talk about. From everything to the deepest, darkest secrets that you've ever held but never told anybody, to all the things that everybody knows about but doesn't want to say. Whole bunch of don't ask, don't tell will be spoken about here. But enough about that. Let's get straight into the show. My name is Tristan, and I decided to go ahead and make a YouTube channel, another one, so that way I could go ahead and talk about a lot of things. I recently had a channel. I'll put a link to it in the description below. It was a gaming channel, and I really like to just play with friends and totally hang out. I had a great friend of mine named Proanish, and he's done a great job for himself. I had a lot of other friends, and I really enjoyed what I did. So that's enough about me. The topic that I wanted to talk about today is doing what it is that you want to do, and cops. Now, we'll talk a lot more about cops later in the show. Today is just one of those things where I caught a cop doing some illegal things, and I videotaped him, and you'll see it at the end of the video. Back on the topic of doing things that you want to do. First and foremost, this is going to definitely be a power game here. You need to empower yourself in order to go ahead and ever achieve anything in your life. No matter what anyone tells you, you can do what you want to do. Don't let anybody discourage you. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you want to go ahead and compare yourself to everybody, you'll never get anywhere. I know this firsthand. Allowing people to tell me that I would never amount to anything and that I would never be anything, it got to me, just like I know it's gotten to you and everybody else. This won't only be a channel where I talk about some of the more lighter, sappier sides of life. I will get into more other things such as killing and rape and more controversial things of the nature that go into military, whether it's worth it or whether it's not worth it, and a lot of other things like that. But today, I just felt really uplifted, and I felt that I should go ahead and share and make it the very first episode so people know what to expect. Anyways, on to the topic at hand. I work at McDonald's, and at McDonald's, you can, it's more of a game there. Not necessarily as in it's all fun and games, but it's more of a game. Now, if any of you guys are gamers, let me holler at you right quick, so to say. So that way I could go ahead and get straight to the point with you guys. And then for those who aren't gamers, I'll go ahead and be more of a reality lingo for you. Gamers. Now, you can game from anything from the simplistic of stuff as Minecraft to the more demanding things as Diablo. You can go ahead and game from FPSs to MMOs to RPGs to a lot of other games and to a lot of other platforms. Now, the number one thing you always do is you find out what your allies are and what your enemies are, and you need to know that before you even buy the game. Secondly, you need the storyline. What's going to happen? What's the plot? What's the reason? What is the drive that's going to motivate you to buying the game? And lastly, what is the end result? What is the payout? That's what you want to know. Are you going to be satisfied with the end result of the game, or are you not? Are you going to be upset that you spent your money on it, or will you not? And when it goes to job searching or having a job, it's the same three key factors. One, your enemies and your friends. Working at McDonald's, I've learned that my enemies can easily become my friends, and my friends can easily become my enemies. But this is life, just in general. Anybody can become your friend. Enemies, people that you were bullied by or that you bullied. Whether you were the aggressor or whether you weren't. That's life. Bottom line is, that's what's going to happen no matter what. But working at McDonald's, a lot of those who are supposed to be my friends are enemies, such as my bosses are my enemies. Now, that's mainly because of the fact that they're supposed to be bosses, right? No. It's because of the way they act, of who they are inside and their character. Examples such as my main boss is very, very demanding of a lot of different things, but he's very slack too. Now, he's only slagged to those who actually care, let me rephrase that, who he actually cares about. Friends. And that's what I feel is how that store is run. He promoted friends versus actual managers. People who are managers, who really should just be staying as crew members or crew trainers, really shouldn't be in the job that they are. And I like to call them overpaid employees, because they don't really manage. When it comes to our timesheets, they will add hours upon hours to our times to when we're supposed to work, but never even tell us. A good friend of mine, and he's in the link down below, that one guy show, he was added 2.5 hours to his schedule, and he was never even told. And myself as well, I'll get an hour or two or half hour added to my schedule, and no one calls me to go ahead and ask if I can work it or not. They just go ahead and decide that, hey, if he doesn't work it, he doesn't work it. And that's something that the managers are supposed to, well, manage. I believe that if you're going to go ahead and be given a position of responsibility, what you really need to do is be responsible. I am a crew trainer, and yet I find myself doing a manager's job a lot of the time. Now, yes, it's McDonald's, and you can go ahead and say that about a lot of different jobs. But on to my second point. Finding out what the plot line is. Well, the plot line of working is so that way you can go ahead and make money and spend it. I make money, I spend it on my car insurance, I spend it on food that I get, I spend it on dog food, cat food, I spend it on gifts for my girlfriend, things of myself, money to my parent, I spend it on multiple different things. I have spent it on bills, whether it be mine, my mother's, or my girlfriend's. I spend it on food, whether it's for me, my girlfriend, the family, my animals. I use my money as wisely as I possibly can in order to go ahead and make sure that the end result, which is the third point, is what it is. That I am happy and that I can sustain the life that I need. Now, when you go to the end result of everything, what is the end that you truly want? Now, of course, there are people who work at McDonald's that are lifers there, who are going to be there for the rest of their life because it's all that they've ever known. I know a friend there who has a mental handicap, but he's still a very nice person, and he's going to be there for the rest of his life because he's done it for over 30 years now, and that's all that he knows. And with his mental handicap, he can't do any other job. He doesn't have the ability to. Now, that's not saying anything about you. You can go ahead and get out of it. I can go ahead and get out of it, and I'm going to. I'm going to find myself another job, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reach the goals that I have in life. My goals in life are to go to college, which I'm working on right now, and in a couple of months I will be going, and I'll probably be seeing a good couple of my friends there. Now, I waited a year because I wanted to go ahead and get all my life in order because my life was quite hectic. And as other people and older people say, my ducks need to get in order before we can walk a straight line. And that was me. My life was kind of hectic, my brain was hectic, and my heart was hectic at the time. And now I've gotten all my ducks in order, and I'm ready to walk the walk. And in return, I hope to be, and I know I will be, rewarded with a job that will sustain myself and my wife and my family, and will also sustain that family, which is my kids and my dogs, my cats, and my household. I want, and I have a very expensive taste when it comes to a satisfied life. To all of you out there who believe that others tell you something and it's the truth, don't believe it. To be completely honest with you, I didn't believe I would amount to much before I actually started believing in myself. Now, you have the ability to believe in Jesus and to whoever it is that you pray to, but very importantly, you need to believe in yourself. This has been Break the Silence. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, a comment on what I should talk about next, and please subscribe, share with your friends, get the message out there. Bye-bye. So, I'm driving down McHenry, and typically when I see cops, I think, oh, cop, yeah, I have to drive slow. But this cop, no. This cop I'm right in front of passed me doing twice as fast as I'm going. So, yeah, the white car you see right there, that's a cop. And I want to let everybody know right now, I'm at 40 miles an hour, and the speed limit is actually 30. The cop is going faster than me. And no, it's not because he has a faster car or because he got off the block faster. He was speeding down at 60 not too long ago. And just so I'm not biased or anything like that, and everyone knows that I'm telling the truth, we'll go over here. We'll go on this side. We'll go ahead and be right next to him, so we'll both get off the block at the same time. There we go. Both off the block at the same time. And I am just now passing 30. I'm now at 40. And you can well easily see the speed limit is 35. And I'm at 45 and he's all the way up there. I'm at 50 now. And he's still going faster than me. 50 miles an hour. I'm almost at 55 miles an hour, and he's all the way up there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is protect and serve for you. Guess that laws don't apply to this cop. If he's off duty, which I highly doubt it, then he's not doing his job. And even if he wasn't off duty, he still isn't doing his job. So, and then he went ahead and just made one giant U-turn. And he is hauling all the way down McHenry. I don't know if you can see it in my rearview mirror. No, you can't. But he is hauling down McHenry for no reason. That's protect and serve, people.